Finally, the Green Ranger arrives to ARK, Svartalfheim complete, and Cryopods are back. Well, kind of. You're right, kids, it's Raasclark, and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So, yes, Power Rangers is back. A surprise announcement indeed. I didn't expect to see a part 2 to Power Rangers. Of course, the content we got a few months ago where we got to play as a bunch of different Rangers as well as a bunch of different Megazords, not Megazords, Power Rangers Zords, Zords, Rex Zords, as well as the variety of Zords you can jump into, equip skins on current creatures in ARK. But it seems in Jan they're back and bigger than ever, but you're going to have to pay for it if you want access to this new Power Rangers content. Set to release on Jan the 23rd, you're going to have access to the Green Ranger skin, White Ranger skin, Lord Z skin, Rita Repulsa, Goldar, Alpha 5, and Putty, as well as the White Tiger Zord. Wonder what this is going to replace. Maybe again the Saber. Titanus, and I'm curious what creature this is going to skin. Is it going to be possibly even the Titanosaur? Maybe even the Dreadnoughtus that we're getting with Extinction. The Green Dragon Zord, again another one. I'm curious what this one's going to take over. Could it be another Rex skin? Maybe even a... It can't be a dragon skin, you can't ride the dragon. I'm not even sure. Maybe a mech skin, wouldn't that be cool? But something that definitely will be used as a mech skin is the Mega Zord, as seen in this teaser artwork we got with the announcements. Though I do wonder if it is the Megazord looking like it's skinned over the Mega Mech. Is it going to be just restricted to the Mega Mech, or maybe any mech we choose? Only time will tell. But for those of you thinking, sweet, an expansion to the pack that I paid for some time ago, and we're going to get some extra content to it. No. Don't expect that. If you want to be a Green Ranger, you got to pay for it. At the, I think, same price as last time, $9.99, available as a standalone pack for these extra additional items. And it's a license, right? I kind of expected with this announcement that we'd probably see a price tied to this additional piece of content, and sure enough, there it is. I think a lot of people out there already say, flipping heck, gonna pay an extra 10 quid for this, but licenses are licenses. I'm sure the IP owners of Power Rangers aren't giving this away for free and expecting a return, and that's why we're getting a price for this. Is it enough content for an extra $9.99? I'd love to hear from you on what you think. But equally, you might have forgotten in our interview with Jesse and Jeremy last weekend, they did mention they're looking into more IP stuff in the future, and I guess it's probably based on the success of these. The first one seemed to be adopted well enough. Don't know about the reception with this one. I do see a lot of comments from you saying I'm not a fan of paying another extra $9.99 for some more Power Rangers content, but you know, Megazord is Megazord, and who doesn't want to pit themselves against the King Titan adorning the Power Rangers ultimate form? And well, we've all been asking it. You repeatedly asking this throughout the extra live stream. Everybody wanted to know the answer. I tried to get an answer for you, and we didn't get one, and we thought maybe we're going to have to wait until the arrival of Extinction to get a final word on this. Cryopods, right? What is going on with Cryopods? Are they going to be reverted back to what we know with ASE? Well, it turns out that's a kind of yes. As of this Monday, November the 11th, PvE players, you at least are going to be able to use Cryopods as you know from ASE, however you wish. Pick up, throw out, no cryo fridge needed any more within a certain range. Whenever you want to throw out a Cryopod, you're good to go. Happy days for everybody on PvE, and I'm assuming with PvE that's got to include single player players as well. But PvP players, not so much, man. You're getting a little bit of a change there. You are now going to be able to throw Cryopods out if there's enemies in the area. There was a check up until this point where, you know, if there was an enemy nearby, you couldn't throw out a Cryopod. That is now no longer a thing, so pocket kickers can kind of be done, but not really, because you're still going to have to use cryo fridges and jennies to power those cryo fridges if you want to throw out Cryopods anywhere on PvP. With wildcards saying they are going to continue monitoring that and see if they do change that, and I hope they do, when Extinction arrives. It's kind of interesting they're holding back with Cryopods on PvP. A lot of people on PvP aren't happy in the slightest about this news, especially with PvE getting something that they want to have themselves, and kind of really an unprecedented moment if you think about it. Up until this point, PvE and PvP have been pretty much in sync in terms of systems and gameplay throughout the course of ARK's history. So this news to break and have a different type of gameplay experience for PvE over PvP is a quite fascinating one into what it might lead to in the future of ARK. For the longest time, right, people have been needing nerfs and changes for PvP, and PvE players feel that they're getting affected unfairly by these changes, and this possibly could set up a whole new chapter, a whole new door on having different updates to the different types of play. Maybe it's just going to remain with these cryopods. It is only a small change. Look, you know, I can throw you out, but I'm PvP, I can't throw you out. It's very little, but it's still a big change enough for people to definitely think, holy hell, they actually created a change for ARK, but only affecting PvE. It's a very interesting time indeed. Kind of curious why wildcard are reserved on the PvP change. All I'm seeing is negativity surrounding this announcement. A lot of players aren't happy about this one and want it to come to PvP. They must have their own reasons for this. Perhaps they're feeling like it's settling some metas within caves. Obviously, everybody's trying everything they can to get people out of caves. But then again, if you're in a cave, you're going to have a gen-eating cryo fridge anyway. Don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not sure what the aim is there. I'm sure they've got their own reasons for this one. And fingers crossed, PvP, by the time Extinction arrives, hopefully you get this. Something you won't be getting to seeing is custom cosmetics, as awesome as they are, and they've been rolling out frequently, absolutely frequently, over the last few months. There's apparently a new stall that whenever you encounter somebody that's wearing a custom cosmetic is affecting your players, and Wildcard have issued a statement to make sure to get around that. If you are encountering these stalling issues, that you make sure to disable custom cosmetics in the options menu. But those that do want to keep their custom cosmetic skins running, there's new premium mods for these. We just got some brick structures and Roman structures arrived for you to adorn some lovely aesthetics, as well as a bunch of cool new mods showcased once again. Love to see these as always, including a what the hell Grim Dodo. And yes, ARK Medieval / Primitive Plus, because it pretty much is Primitive Plus, is out now, folks. Hopefully you might have caught my stream a few days ago. People are starting to drop videos on this now, and gotta say, I'm really enjoying it. It does very much feel a lot like Primitive Plus at the moment. It's got that same element of grind, that same element of variety when you're introduced to these new mechanics in how to shape your adventure moving ahead those primitive layers, with a lot of different AI companions / pal worldy kind of buffed structures when you get the right creatures and right goblins to help you in your journey to progress through this brand new, very, very customizable mod. Wait until you see the seeds and how many skins you can adopt. There is literally millions of different ways to customize your structures. It's insane. No base will look the same with this mod. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's still very early days on checking out what it's all about, but I'm really looking forward to tucking into this one once again. As well as Svartalfheim, it's finally completely finished on ASA. If you've been waiting, holding back to tuck into this one because you wanted to make sure the map was completely finished before you started playing it, well, Nakatas has made an announcement. Svartalfheim is finished, because that's what I just said. Making this feeling, at least in my opinion, the very first premium mod map that is completely 100% done if you've been holding off waiting to explore this one. And if you think about it, not a bad turnaround time. It's only been 1 year, more or less, waiting for the fully finished product of this. And of course, Nakatas has got a lot of other projects to work on. So it's great to see. If you want to tuck into this Lord of the Rings inspired map, now is the time. We got a video on this showcasing what happens if you delve too deeply. Really did enjoy playing this map, and might need to check out the new content when we get a chance. And I'll leave you off with a giant thank you for everybody that contributed towards the giant 7,000 that we raised last night during mine and Aaron Longstaff stream. We had a lot of fun checking out a wealth of different custom-made mods just for this event. A lot of people came together to build some really cool things, and I feel absolutely rotten if it wasn't obvious. I haven't even heard from Aaron. I get a feeling he might be feeling a bit rotten himself too. I hope you really enjoyed it, and following this video I'm going to make sure to update that video with links to everybody that got involved and all of the mods that was used during this. There was a lot of mods, I'll tell you that for free, and look forward to checking out these perhaps more in depth in the future. So many cool things. Was pretty much overwhelmed by your interaction, raising an insane amount. Thank you once again. It really does make a difference. So big love. Thank you all. How do you feel about Cryopods? And are you looking forward to Power Rangers? Until the next one, my name's Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always,